in our life. But I'm going to go ahead and get into today's topic, right? Before I get into today's topic, I want to say congratulations to all those who got engaged on yesterday. I don't know if a memo went out across the World Wide Web or what, but baby, I'm telling you, it was so many engagements on yesterday. I guess people said, nah, we're going into 2018, right? I don't know. But I just wanted to give a shout out. I won't shout out any names, but baby, when I tell you yesterday was the day for engagements, it was the day it appeared to be. And everybody said yes, so congratulations to y'all who are engaged. It seemed like it's going to be a lot of 2018 weddings. But today's topic is, what are you bringing to the table? Okay? And I guess this goes in line with all those engagements and stuff. I see one or two things that happens. I see people who you don't want to get married because like the saying go, why pay for the cow when you get the milk for free? And then you got people who do get married, and when they get into the marriage, they aren't bringing anything to the table. See, these are the type of things that we need to let me go ahead and give an example. So if you have a young lady, right? Because I see this from the men, no knock, no shade. But if you have a young lady, she doing what she need to be doing. She holding hers down. She got her own house, own car. Hey, good morning, Tasha. She got her own. She's working a good job. If she have a child or children, she taking care of her children, everything like that. What are you bringing to the table? Now, for the single ladies, I know sometimes and for the men, let me go there. It makes it kind of hard. You know what I'm saying? Because they like, wow, she already got her stuff together. I mean, what would I be able to do? And I've seen so many people, and I can't stand this, but I've seen so many people, instead of looking at it as a marriage or going into a marriage with somebody, is, how can I add to this? How can I give? How can I make her life better? How can I make his life better? What people tend to do is they sitting up in there to get. Well, shoot, she got a house. Yeah, she got her own car. Or, yeah, he got this nice 5-bedroom house. Yeah, I'm going to be driving that car. I'm going to be Mrs. Let me tell you something right here. That's not what marriage is about, and that's why marriage does not work. If you give, the word of God tells us, give and you shall receive. Okay? Marriage is about giving. I'm going to tell you, the husband need to give 100%. The wife need to give 100%. But what does it look like? And I'm going to go, I'm going to try to tap into some analogies that my husband be using on the radio show. But think about it like this, right? You got this table. And you got all this food, your collard greens, your macaroni and cheese, honey, whatever y'all probably just had for Christmas. And you have a person that has worked so hard to prepare that meal from scratch. I'm talking some real greens where you got to cut the stem out of it. You know what I'm saying? Chop them up, boil them with some smoked turkey neck or some smoked ham. You done put in some work, not just no glory greens that you done took out the can and docked it up. No knock on them, but I'm sorry, from the country, I like them from scratch. But you have somebody who done set up this nice table. They didn't work to get to where they are. How in the John Brown does anybody think it's fair just to come and sit they dusty behind down to the table and you ain't help put in the work? Okay? That's why it says that what you give, you shall receive. That's why you have a lot of marriages that don't work. That's why you have people in their marriages, whether it be husband or wife, they giving 150%. But the other spouse is taken. No, marriage is successful when you are both giving. I give to make my husband happy. I do to make my husband happy. And he do to make me happy. And that's what make our marriage work. But when you have in a mindset, let me holler at my single folks real quick. Am I married? Y'all go ahead. Let me know what y'all think. You know what I'm saying? But if you have in your mindset that I'm going to get with somebody or I'm going to marry somebody just so I can reap the benefits, and you're not thinking about how you can give, how you can love, how you can support them, then there's some issues. What are you bringing to the table? I know I was talking to an individual not too long ago, and I was like, let me just ask you something. And she said, yes. I said, what does this individual bring to the table? Well, he'll help pay this, and, he'll pay this bill. And I said, no. I'm not talking about what you were already doing before this joker came on the scene. I ain't talking about stuff that you can do for yourself. What does the person bring to the table besides that? Good morning, Angelia. Besides what you can already do. And she sit and thought for a minute, and she said, well, nothing that I can think of. And that's what I'm talking about. I encourage you, if you're single, Allow the person that you're designed to be with to bring something of substance to the table, okay? Because what's going to happen, no knock on the people who just got engaged yesterday or whatever the case may be, but I'm going to use it for an example. People get so excited about the engagement. People get so excited about the ring. Ain't nobody getting excited about the work that they got to put in when it comes to marriage, because I keep saying that marriage is work. When the two become one, that takes work for you to get to know each other, for you to know what your spouse like and what they don't like. But if you sitting up here thinking, oh, I'm just going to get with this person, and girl, telling your girlfriends, I've heard so many chicks do this. Girl, yeah, I'm be getting with him. Girl, I'm be living in this big old house, honey. I'm going to be the missus. But do you know how to clean? Do you know how to cook? And that ain't just for the females. That can go both ways. What are you bringing to the table? If you're going into marriage, and even if you're in marriage right now and you're not thinking that what you sow, because you got to sow into your marriage in order to reap the benefits back out of your marriage, then I'm telling you right now, don't get married. Because like I always tell people, marriage is nothing to play with. God ordained marriage, and it's nothing to play with. And no, not. But that's why you have a lot of people that are jumping ship. But if you are going into a marriage, or you're thinking about it, what substance are you bringing? And then for those, and you know, last time I said this, it was a couple few, as we say, that dropped off. But I mean, hey, the truth is the truth. And if you don't want nobody telling you the truth, then maybe this isn't the video that you should be listening to. But don't sit up here and allow somebody to sit up and mooch off of you, especially if they ain't put no ring on it. I'm just saying, shacking didn't work out too good for me. It didn't work out good at all, because I've heard ladies, mainly ladies, say this: well, I'm gonna set up and I'm gonna live with him and let him know how to be, you know, in case he ever decide to marry me. I mean, I want to be married or whatever the case may be. Because before I get ready to go, let me tell you something. And this was some years ago when I used to listen to my single homeboys talk. First of all, my husband, my son, and my uncle all said this Thanksgiving weekend: a man knows what he wants. Okay, if he wants you, 9 times out of 10, they not gonna propose to you unless they see somebody else that's threatening to take you away. But if he really wants you to carry his last name, baby, you ain't got to do no tricks, hang from no chandeliers. You ain't got to be putting nothing in his food, drugging him, or none of that stuff for him to marry you. A man, okay, a man defines a wife. A man knows what he wants. But the question is, are you going to sit up here and say, well, I'm going to let him test drive this until he... No. And the single homies used to sit up and say, they used to talk about different females. And it was funny, because I used to sit back and ear hustle when they say, what you think about special and so-and-so? Now she a garden too. I'm just going to be honest. Well, what do you think about so-and-so? Now she crazy and she possessive. Well, what do you think about this one over here? Oh, that's wifey material right there. Yep, that's one right there that I could take home to mama. So ask yourself, what are you? Whether you be male or female, what are you? Would you be someone that somebody be happy to take home to meet their mama or their daddy? Because guess what? We getting up in age. A lot of us getting up in age, and ain't nobody got time for reindeer games. Okay, Christmas is over as of yesterday. So if you living in a situation where you playing married, why don't you man up and make that thing official? What's wrong with it? Especially if y'all been together 5, 6, 10, 15, 20 years. I mean, what's wrong with just saying I do? What's wrong with that commitment of that piece of paper? Because you don't want to be committed to somebody, because you just want to up and dip when you want to, and every time y'all get into an argument. And my ladies, you do what you want, you do what you feel, but baby, it couldn't be me. That's just what I'm going to say right there, because I know I was grinding hard enough before I met my husband, let alone set up her and just having somebody string me along, and I'm hoping that they'll get down on their knee and marry me one day. Oh, the devil is a liar, because guess what? I would have continued grinding on until someone seemed fit to make me their wife. So I'm just going to ask you, you know what I'm saying? What are you bringing to the table? If you're married, husband and wives, what are you bringing into your marriage? Are you sowing love? Are you sowing happiness? Are you sowing support? What are you doing to help take your marriage to the next level? These are just some things to think about. If you single, what can you bring to the table? And don't just be asking somebody to marry you just to tie them down and you not willing to sow into them. See, I have a blessed day. Yo, girl, she ain't going to be with y'all tomorrow. I tried to start back up this week really light, but I'm really going to be bringing that truth. You know what I'm saying? Before the end of this week. So y'all have a blessed day. Don't let anybody steal your joy share, because it's free. It is free, and somebody else need to hear this, all right? Your girl Shannon be back with y'all tomorrow. God bless and have a blessed day.